OK, well, those first couple of questions regarding Marcus Rashford, case closed, I think was pretty telling. It feels slightly awkward. We all know the story. He allegedly attended a nightclub last week, missed training the next day, and therefore was dropped from the team's FA Cup squad on Sunday. He's back in today, Mustoe. Said he's taken responsibility for his actions. What is your take on this off-pitch drama that we're seeing?
Well, listen, players make mistakes. He's made a mistake. Disappointingly, he's made mistakes in the past. Around this time last year, he was late for a meeting or something, got left out of a game. I think it was against Wolves, actually, around this time last year. It is what it is, Anna, and he is what he is. The disappointing thing is, I think, from the United fans is a player that's got so much talent, and he's a wonderful human being, by the way. We all know about his stuff he's done in his community. He's got an MBE for that. He's been recognised for the work that he's done outside of his football. But he hasn't been a consistent performer. And his professionalism is letting him down. He's making mistakes. He's 26 years of age now. He knows what's required of a professional player. And the only thing I'd say is there's so much kind of reliance on Marcus Rashford of Manchester United, and he's not a consistent performer. Forget everything off the field. Forget all that. Last season, 30 goals, all competitions. This season so far, 4. And if you look back further than that, same thing. Really good season, low numbers. Good. So he's... Yeah, to be a great player in the Premier League, you have to be a consistent performer. And there's lots of them when you look at different clubs and historical players that do it pretty much week in, week out. He isn't one of those guys. And Man United want to move forward and get to places where they feel they deserve at the top of English football. They're going to need better, more consistent players to be the ones that are relied on by Manchester United, and not players that are very, very good but can't do it week in, week out.
What kind of Manchester United do you think we are going to see today? It's tough times on the pitch. They're in 8th place, 11 points off the top 4, 3 points off the bottom half of the table. What do you think we're going to get?
Well, I think we're going to get what we get every week. If they win, it'll be some brilliant individual performances. I've said it on here plenty of times. And you can very well see Wolves getting a result here as well. You know, just to touch on the Rashford situation that Mustoe talked about, because Ten Hag said twice the case is closed. We're going to open it up. We have to open it up. When I look at the discipline of this manager, it's perplexing. He did the right thing with Ronaldo, didn't he? And most managers, they put their foot down and everyone looks and goes, I don't want the next one to be me. He continually gets tested by big players. He's had a row with Varane. He's had a row with Casemiro. He's had a row with Maguire, Rashford, Sancho.
Jadon Sancho was a big one.
These are big, like in teams that we've been on, you see the manager who's an authoritative figure, and he puts his foot down, and you just think, I'm not going anywhere near that. As for Rashford, my big issue is when you talk about he's old enough, he should know. There is an inconsistency. But it's Mustoe will tell you as a player, if you mess up and you get fined or you get dropped from the team or you're late, you're shaking in your boots. You're not going to be late to another meeting. You're not going to go out wherever he was in Dublin and miss training. You just won't do it. You're so clued in and you're so worried about your professionalism that you don't want to let the team down. And he's done it a couple of times. Last week, and look, he's worn dangly earrings during warm-up. I like that as a fashion statement, but not during warm-up. He seems like to be crying out for some sort of attention, or something doesn't seem right with him.
Tim, we've all played with maverick players, right? That are superb players that behave as a little bit shaky. In this day and age, can Marcus Rashford be a top player given some of this behaviour? No,
I don't think so, because as you said, everybody gets hungry for him when he scores 30 goals. That's the thing. That's the player we know is there. But then there's the other side of it where he just dips, and it seems to be every other year. So I don't know. I don't think, because you talk about Mavericks, they feed off of that criticism. He doesn't seem to be that type of player. I don't think he wants that type of attention.
What can Ten Hag do to try and rein in this Maverick that we're seeing? Because he does have so much potential, but like you say, just doesn't have the consistency.
I don't know. I mean, there's been previous managers that Marcus Rashford's not done it. Remember Jose Mourinho? Jose Mourinho ridiculed him at times for his inconsistencies. So it's something that he's got to try and work on, improve on. More importantly, Man United need to go on a run. Yeah. They need to go on a run of games and win matches. It's kind of embarrassing that Man United, if they lose today, will go behind Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League table, given that Wolves were a team that was expected to get relegated potentially this season. So the players are coming back now, the excuses are running out. Start winning games and climbing and seriously pushing to qualify for European football, else I think he's going to be out of a job in the summer.
The excuses are 9 losses this season. They had 9 all of last season. After a really good start to his career at Man United, doesn't seem to be progress.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. And for even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock. And be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you there.